I'm Nadine and a very warm welcome. Sometimes the simplest things in life are the best ones, like pound cake. Everyone needs a basic cake recipe with simple ingredients that you can whip up for your friends and family. Enjoy with a cup of coffee or tea, and this is it. You're in the right place. Trust me, you will love me for this because this is the perfectly moist, tender crumb. It has this warm vanilla, buttery flavor. Let's make the best pound cake ever. Let's start. So I'm going to use this Bundt pan. I think it's 10 inches. You can also use a traditional loaf pan, but if you have this pan, it bakes better in this because of this middle and the way it conducts heat. It cooks sooner. The baking time is less, and that's why it's more moist. So if you can, try using this pan. Preheat your oven to 350 Fahrenheit, and then we will start with our butter and sugar. Very important, everything at room temperature for this recipe. It makes a big difference. I'm just using one of these hand mixers. Usually I use my stand mixer, but in this video it's just, you can see better if I use this one. Okay, so you want it like this, nice and fluffy, but don't overdo it. And I'm going to add a little bit of oil. Vanilla extract. And we're going to slowly add in the eggs one at a time, room temperature eggs. This is our flour and baking powder and salt. We're just going to sift it together. I'm using cake flour. Okay, just a tip here, you don't want this mixture to curdle, so I'm going to put a little bit of our flour mixture in here and mix. Okay, now we will add our flour and alternate it with our whole milk, which is also at room temperature. Whenever the flour is in the mix, you don't want to over mix it because you'll develop the gluten too much. I'm just going to fold the rest in with the spatula. This goes in our pan. I brushed it with very soft butter and do that really well so you get in all the creases, and then I dusted it with flour and then just tapped off the excess. Then your batter goes in the pan. We're just going to smooth this out a little bit. I'm going to give it a few taps. And then this goes in the oven. Hopefully you preheated it at 350. So just put it in for 15 minutes at 350. Then lower your oven to 325 and do the rest of the baking. It usually takes between 40 to 50 minutes, but we will check at 40. the cake is out of the oven and smelling divine. We will just pop it out. I let it cool in the pan for a bit. And this is the moment of truth. I heard a plop. Look at that. Before we test the cake, I wanted to show you a quick presentation idea. So what I did here was the same recipe, I just doubled it and used it in the same 10-inch Bundt pan, and it bakes nice and high like this. So if you're entertaining or you want it to look a little bit nicer, you can do this. And if you have a loaf pan, it'll make 2 loaves. We're going to make a quick icing for it. I like pound cake plain, but this is a nice quick icing and it looks nice. So it's the easiest icing in the world. You just take 1 cup of confectioner's sugar, icing sugar, and you sift it and add a few drops of water at a time and mix it. If you like a citrus flavor, instead of the water, you can use lemon juice or orange juice. Now just mix it, make it a little well in the center, keep adding your water drops and mix it till it's nice and thick and it's hard to mix, and keep adding sugar from the side of the bowl. You don't want to add too much water because then it becomes transparent and you'll be able to see the cake from the icing, which doesn't look that great. The consistency of the icing should be like ooey gooey thick glue so that it has some movement and it can sort of drip down the cake when you put it on. I transferred the icing to a measuring jug with a lip, but you can even spoon it if you want. So you just put it on top and then you can with a spoon just sort of guide it down the cake and just let it be, and it'll just drip down the sides. Let it do its thing, the icing settle down, and then if you have some fresh berries you can add that to the cake. My favorite are strawberries, or I love adding edible flowers. Here I have some orchids and you can just place them wherever you want. I used 3. Look how pretty. Now let's taste this. This cake is kind of warm right now, but it's also really delicious. Actually, sometimes better if you just cling wrap it tightly, leave it at room temperature, and have it the next day. Okay, let's dig in. It's beautifully soft. Oh my gosh, look at that crumb. It's a beauty. So this we stuck to a traditional vanilla flavor, but what's really lovely is also if you take a little bit of lemon zest or orange zest and put it in. That's also delicious. It's all this. Yum! I can't wait for you to try this recipe. If you do, I'd love to hear about it. So let me know in the comments of this video how it went, or tag me on Instagram. The full recipe will be on my website, nadineali.com. I hope you share this with your loved ones. Until next time.